Oh my goodness, everybody, we're back. Hello. Welcome to another post-game live stream podcast thing. Missing Lynx version this time. Season opener, we're officially back. WNBA is back. All is well. And Kinga Taylor, KingaBee on socials, is joining me for the season debut. How's it going?
I am so good. It was so great to be back for the Lynx. It's just like, I know that we lost, but there's like something so cleansing about being in the Lynx arena, which is also the Wolves arena, but Lynx arena. It is just a breath of fresh air.
It's such a different vibe. Like, I try and explain that to people all the time of like, it's loud, but it's like a different loud. And there isn't that like fog of, oh, we're going to blow it. That's in every Wolves game. Like, there's this like confidence, which is just palpable. Unfortunately, they blow it tonight. 91-90 lost to the Dream. They had a 19-point lead at one point. We're playing unbelievable defense for most of the game, and then just like kind of broke down in most of the key areas, like when it mattered the most. But I mean, Kinga, I feel like we should probably start off by talking Olivia Miles. I mean, before I get into the stats of it, just like, what was your impression watching Liv?
I was mesmerized by her. And I think like for me it's such a different experience because like coming from the Wolves, I haven't been around players who can pass like this, and just watching her, I was in awe. Like there was this one pass to Emma, and I'm like, where was the space? There was no space. And Emma catches it. It was like unbelievable. I'm blown away.
I mean,
They made the right choice. They made the right choice.
Yeah. One game in, like, I'm sold. Like 21 points on 14 shots, 8 free throws, 8 of 8 from the free throw line, which, like, how long have we wanted somebody to draw fouls on the Lynx? Which we will get into the fouls of it all, as Mitch, who is driving home, hopefully responsibly, mentions what's higher, total fouls in this game or minutes of sleep in the last 24 hours. It's pretty close. I'm going to be honest, Mitch. It's being on call during Wolves playoffs and Lynx season opener. Please, no one feel bad for me. I get to like talk about basketball for most of my living, but woof, your boy needs some sleep. But I mean, also had 8 assists, 2 steals, only 3 turnovers, which also is insane for how much she was handling the ball. It's the return of the true. Somewhere Mike Conley is just like smiling ear to ear because he's like, the true point guard is not dead. It exists.
I hope he was watching this game because, man, oh man, I'm speechless. I'm literally speechless. She did not look like a rookie. Like she's going to get more confident, but I'm like, her confidence was there. She was just so poised. Blown away.
Like, you mentioned like the passing of just like Courtney Williams has been a very good point guard the last 2 years, playing as a shooting guard, learning how to play point guard. And like her chemistry with Alana Smith last year was great. Her chemistry with Fee is great. But like watching Liv just take a pick and roll and just the simple like little pocket drop pass that she makes to like Emma, and I think Emma scored twice on those little just pocket drop passes. Yeah. And it's just like, oh, this is the difference. Like, this is just 100%. This is the difference. This is why they drafted her. It's just, you can see it already, and it's literally her first game, which.
And I feel like there were times when the other players weren't ready. Like, she saw them open, she saw like the vision, but like the other players kind of missed it. I think there was like a Nia Coffee like miscommunication, and I think there was like a K-Mac. Like, there were a couple of spots where she was on it and the other players weren't ready for it. And I think that's just, chemistry and reps together that's going to develop that more. But I feel like there were some times when like she's so fast.
Oh my gosh. Her it's like deceptively fast because she brings the ball up so slow, and then she just like puts her back foot down and turns the corner so fast that like
Yes.
you could tell it just took everyone off guard. Like, how many defenders did she just blow by because she just
Yeah.
turned a corner fast? Like, it's insane.
It's incredible. It's incredible. Like, I feel like there was once when she was like just booking it, and I don't think that anybody from the Lynx was back, and she was like, okay, I guess I'm going to like score, because there was no one that she was going to pass it to. She like sprinted down, kind of stopped. She's like, okay, and then
Yeah.
she went. It was unbelievable.
I mean, it's also just like, again, she didn't have a perfect game. Like, I imagine film session for her, there was like a couple defensive things where she just didn't like float to the corner far enough and just gave up a three. There was a couple shots where I'm going to be honest, I didn't watch like a ton of Olivia Miles college film, but like the like dribble between your legs, step back, fadeaway thing that hit front iron every time she took it, like that will be an issue tomorrow for her. I promise it. And like she did have the 3 turnovers, but like if you have 8 assists, you can have 3 turnovers. Like,
Yeah.
to go from being like not even a 2 assist to turnover player in college, in your first game against a good defense, you 8 assists, 3 turnovers, like that's insane. It's just insane.
Yeah. Incredible.
Defense was also good. Like, I do see what I do see like the passes where she could tell someone was open and they just didn't quite know it yet.
Yeah.
Like, that'll get cleaned up. I also think, like Dustin brings up, can't believe Fee is going to leave this. Hopefully this wins are over. Like, Fee's never played with a player like this. Like,
No.
again,
And
Courtney has been good, but this is completely different.
this is completely different. And I wanted to take a video because my seats are like right across from the bench. Like, that's my standard of like going to games, that I need to be facing the bench. There was a time when
You're a people watcher, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Vibe back. Yep.
But there, I need to know what Lindsay Whalen and Fee were talking about, because there was a time when Olivia was shooting free throws and they high-fived with like every free throw, and I'm like, what are they talking about? I need to know what they are talking about, because Fee was she was like initiating the high five, and I'm like, I would high five as well, but tell me why.
I mean, I'm not a moral victory person. Like, it's a loss. Like, that sucks. This is a game they should have won. We will get into that. I think a lot of things went awry. Holy cow, Liv is going to be good at basketball, though. And again, Fee will at some point come back, and it's not going to be Natasha Howard trying to catch that pass. It's going to be Fee, one of the best like hands in basketball. And also, like you mentioned, Whalen. I mean, that's just, it just doesn't seem fair that like you get a generational point guard talent and then you just have like one of the 3 best point guards in the WNBA on your bench.
Yeah.
The sky is going to be the limit for her. I'm sold. Like, 34 minutes in, I'm sold. Like, yep.
I am. Yeah. I
get it.
I'm buying all the stock. And then, because like, there were a lot of conversation, and you and I talked about like who they are going to pick, and then I saw last night that Awa Pham is canceled or whatever because she's playing in Europe. So Olivia Miles was the right choice by all metrics. I'm sold.
Yeah, like, I'm sold.
I'm buying a jersey. I'm buying stock. I'm doing all the things. I'm gonna become her minion. We're all Miles minions starting today.
I mean, it is, again, in a loss, like the excitement was just palpable. Also, Cheryl, like giving her a chance to kind of win the game, I thought was really notable, of like, nope, inbound's going to you. You're going to make the decision, like figure it out, rookie.
Yeah.
And admittedly getting swatted, not a great look. And then the inbound that she just kind of, didn't corral, but those are like the young issues, which credit to Cheryl, I guess, for going to her, because I think it might have been a lot easier to just be like, Court, throw up a mid range and let's see what happens. But like to actually say like, no, this is our future. We're going to start.
And it's like,
her
baptism by fire, and you're it from day one, and you fall down, you get up, and you just have to learn. And I feel like it shouldn't have come down to that in bounce play.
Yeah.
Because and I'm never going to say anything bad about Kayla McBride, but she could have shot the basket and not thrown it to Alicia Gray. So there's also that.
Yeah, that's the other bugaboo, I guess, from this game is they start off by playing some of the best defense. I mean, holding the Dream to 12 points. Angel had like a really ineffective game. Like Alicia Gray even had an ineffective game until the second half. And then it just kind of seemed like third quarter, there's some cracks that showed. And then fourth quarter, it was just like at one point, the Dream had 4 consecutive offensive rebounds that they put back for made shots. And like, there's, if I'm going to be the meme, like there's your problem. Like that's what's going to cost this team, because like until Fee and Dorka come back, they just, I mean, Natasha Howard wasn't very good tonight. I feel bad saying that because she's a very nice person, but like really tough Howard game. And like Emma is a kid still. So I guess just kind of what was your thought on like the rebounding thing? Is this just kind of the reality, or do you think it can get better before Fee comes back?
I think like everything is on the table, right? I think this is a brand new team, and like Emma looked very shaky at the beginning, and yeah, I think it's like the reality right now, but that doesn't mean that things can't get cleaned up and like make it an even more of an emphasis come next game. But
and like Nate says, like foul trouble with our bigs hurt. Abby agrees with him. Nate also says it's an outlier. Shout out Nate Pence, sponsor of this lovely podcast, along with Firehawk Construction. But anyways, like Cheryl kind of talked about it after the game of just like after a couple of those fouls got called on Emma, she just didn't know what to do. Like, you're a young kid. You've never played in front of more than like 1,000 fans. You're in the Target Center. Everyone's going nuts. And the whistle is going every time you seemingly do anything. Like, I think it's kind of fair that she had some issues, but also like 5 for 5, 12 points. Like, how pumped are you for Emma?
You could see her becoming more confident as the game went on, because at the beginning, like when the game started and she originally checked in, she seemed very shaky, like shaken, and like very like uncomfortable and not sure of herself and like hesitant. But as the game went on, I was like, okay, I can see it. And she was making some buckets when other people weren't, because in the third quarter we decided that we're not going to make any shots, and that was great to see. I'm like, oh, we are still here. But I think I see the vision with her as well, and I think it's just growing into herself and growing into her role, and I think that Cheryl also trusts her because she did play a lot of minutes over other people. So, the Cheryl never plays new players, and, all of that, I think, kind of went out the window today, because Emma I think she got a pretty long leash and pretty free reign out there. And I think that that's just going to bring back dividends. I think I see the vision with her as well.
Raheem, I'm guessing this is directed at me. About time you guys are sold, because you guys were very tough sell leading to the draft. Fair. Like, I sold. I will happily admit I was wrong that like through one game, it looks like Miles was a significantly better pick than Awa Pham and a significantly better pick than AZ Fudd, which both of them will write their stories, but like, I mean, goodness gracious, leading the team in scoring your first WNBA game is just obnoxious. Yeah, I can't say enough about her. Emma, I agree with you though. Like, you can kind of see the vision of, honestly, I think this is like almost like a contingency plan of like next season, if Dorka were to get signed someplace else, or if Fee were to leave, or like whatever you want to say, you now have this like young player kind of in the wings that I would assuming you're going to be able to keep for pretty cheap. But like, again, Cheryl just kind of continues to do this stuff. Mitch brings up Nia Coffey. Like, yeah, she was awesome.
Yes, she was also awesome. She was also awesome.
She also has like some of that, like, I don't know, you could tell a couple times, like when somebody had like a hard foul or when she was blocking somebody, like she's doing it with a little bit something extra that just kind of like, and it feels weird to say this because Nia is like literally one of the nicest people to talk to. Every time I've talked, she like thanks us for our interviews. A very polite human being, but like on the court, she kind of has like some of that asshole energy that the Lynx have been sorely missing the last couple of years. And like, love it.
Yeah. Also, shout out to Courtney Williams, because her contesting Angel Reese was just everything that I wanted, and it happened over and over again, and I was just like, bravo, Courtney, bravo. It was impressive.
I mean,
I think
Courtney had
like 3 times that she like either beat an Angel to her spot or like just outright blocked her shot.
I mean, Courtney also 3 steals, and like I nudged Terry, who sits next to me at the games, on one of the fast breaks, and Courtney was looking like a free safety, like she was trying to get as small as she can to like hide behind the person she was like guarding on the fast break, and I was like, she's just trying to bait them into turnovers at this point. Like, this is different. This is new. Like, I've never seen Court do that before, which I don't know. It feels like this team, again, in a loss that they should have won, at least there's a lot of kind of excitement around it. Like, it feels like it's going to be an exciting team this year.
It is. And I think like Courtney, and I felt like that energy coming from Courtney specifically. I think because she is not in the ball handling role, she played freer, if that makes any sense, from like last year. And I think there was a little bit more like swagger to her game. I think that she's also going to very much benefit from Olivia doing most of the or all of the ball handling.
Which, like, I mean, she's kind of talked about it all preseason of how excited she is to just shut off that like point guard side of her brain, where it's like, oh, if this plays for me, I'm just going to go cook and not have to worry about setting people up. Dustin says, I can't believe how pumped I am even after a loss, Abby. Yeah, I'm never this happy when we lose. Like, yeah, I kind of feel 100%. A lot more optimistic than I thought I would be if you told me that the Lynx choked up an 18-point lead. I think I would have been a lot more pessimistic. But it's so much interesting stuff.
Right, and it's a whole new team. Like Atlanta, besides the addition of Angel Reese, like it was pretty much the same team from last year. The Lynx have a bigger shakeup, more time that they need to figure some things out, more time to develop chemistry. But what I saw today, like, I'm not as worried as I was coming into the season with the players that we've lost. Also, moral victory or not, but I am super, super pumped and positive about this team. And I'm just like itching for the next game and for them to get more reps together and things to figure out. I'm just so excited.
It's a very weird feeling. Like it was so nice to see it, right? And like see it kind of work, which Abby mentions Rachel Galligan masterclass on this roster. She's their international reporter turned international scout. And like, the Tony plays 13 minutes, team best +6, tied with Ola, just right place, seemed competent
Yeah.
all 13 of her minutes. Emma was awesome. Hoff gave him like a good 4 minutes. Like,
Yeah.
the whole
She
overseas
was set up to like make that final basket, and it just
it didn't
wasn't.
happen.
We would be just as excited if we would have won, which is insane to say.
Yeah. I don't think my mood would have changed much from if they would have won it. I think I wouldn't be saying the like I don't believe in moral victories thing. It's still a loss, but like there's just a lot of like proof of concept things where it's like, okay, 5 games from now when there's as as Quest says, more Cheryl yelling, at 5 games from now when there's more Cheryl yelling infused in this team, like it really does seem like it's gonna work. I do want to throw us over to our ad break here, and when we come back, let's talk a little bit of Ola, and then I do have to just talk about challenges and officiating because one, Cheryl's getting a little heat online from a question that I asked her that I want to give context to, and two, like, good Lord, what was this tonight? Well, hello. Thank you, Livestream Andrew. This is Ad Read Andrew. And today we have Firehawk Construction and Remodeling, the presenting sponsor for the Missing Links podcast. Firehawk Construction and Remodeling strives to inspire people to follow their ideas, working with respect and understanding to create a quality, tailored result. Firehawk Construction and Remodeling, located in Blaine and serving in the North Metro area, is here to help you with your building and remodeling needs. I can say personally, thanks to Firehawk Construction and Remodeling, I have a beautiful deck in my backyard and countless projects that I started, they finished. Get started on your new deck or remodel today by calling Isaac at 763-710-5686. And we're back with another ad read. This time for Pence Homes, the presenting sponsor of Hitting the Hardwood Network. From the best tools and technology to transparency throughout the entire process, Nate Pence and the Pence Homes team is the top choice for buyers, sellers, and is proud to support you and your home ownership goals. Get started today by calling 612-308-1122 or by emailing info@pencehomes.com. Oh my goodness, the .com worked. So let's talk Ola because only gets 6 minutes, doesn't really play until Emma and Tosh Howard have 5 fouls and they're kind of out of the game. And like Ola was awesome. Like I am so impressed with her, just like her movements, her ability to like set screens and roll. She got a couple of easy layups. Like, just what was your thought on Ola though? Because I agree with a commenter who I didn't put on the screen because I am in the wrong page, Dustin, that I was a little surprised that Ola didn't get minutes earlier as well.
I was also surprised when I saw her out there. Like, she looks so strong, and I don't know if I wasn't just paying too much attention to her last year, but she seems so much stronger this year than
she was moving human beings.
Yes. And like I looked over to my friend who I was at the game with, and I'm like, oh my God, those guns, where did they come from? It was like we were at a gun show and it's just Ola Kosu. I think she did an amazing job. I think for whatever reason, Cheryl went with Howard and Emma, and I think I get the Emma vision, but maybe she wanted just taller people out there. I don't know, but I think she should be playing more because she did a great job.
I think Nia being awesome kind of hampered that as well. Abby brings up the inside scoring scoring attempts with Kosu didn't love. I mean, at least she like got her own rebound and like shoved one in after that though. And yes, the arm envy is real.
100%.
Like she is a built human being. I mean, I kind of agree with you. Maybe it's just a size thing. Like when they play smaller teams, Ola gets more run, but also like Nia was just so good that
Nia was really good.
Right. Like maybe the plan was for Nia to play 24, 25 minutes and she gets 31 because she was just awesome. Quest says this Ish Kinga.
Oh, yes, that's my friend Ish. Hi, Ish.
Oh, okay. Okay, let's get to the officiating here because you and me both watch NBA games.
We do.
And we both get pretty frustrated with the amount of fouls and amount of challenges in NBA games. There was 42 fouls in this game. In a 40-minute game, there was 42 fouls. Like this was just an NBA game, wasn't it?
It was, and like some of those fouls were not fouls, or like I don't even know, because like they were like showing the replay, and Ish and I were like, where is the foul? Like calling every ticky-tacky thing is not what players and coaches were advocating for last season, right? That's not what they're saying. Let's not have Fee and AT box each other on the court. That's one thing, but calling every single bump, it is just ridiculous and not what we want to see.
I mean, it's one of those things that like Cheryl came in, gave her press conference, and first question out of the gate was like foul trouble on Tosh and Emma, and she pivoted like right away of like, hey, that didn't lose us the game. Like execution on defense lost us the game. Not getting rebounds lost us the game. Like gave all of the reasons they actually lost the game. And then a little bit later, I circled back to it and I was just like, 42 fouls is kind of insane though. Like, obviously I phrased it better because I try to be professional when I'm talking to like the greatest coach of all time, but like 42 fouls is insane. Like, is this what you guys expected, like coming into this season? Like they have had like rules committee meetings. Cheryl is on like committees to help with officiating. Like, what was the expectation versus like this? And Cheryl was like, when we talk about like there's too much physicality, she used like a specific example of like when people are like grabbing arms on inbounds and stuff like that, like that's not okay. But we don't want like marginal contact being called every single time.
Yeah, and that's what happened today. Like
absolutely. Like I don't have words. Like it literally, one of my favorite things about the WNBA is like they let them play basketball, and it felt very early on that they just weren't going to be allowed to play, which
right.
I don't know,
I like this comment of is the foul in the room with us? Exactly. Like nobody wants this, right? And I think like Fee got a little bit of like hot water when she was talking about her like stance on physicality in the WNBA, and I don't really agree with like what she said. And this is definitely not what we want to see. Like,
yeah. Well, and that's the thing. Like, I on the video I put up of Cheryl talking about like this, there's a lot of comments of like, isn't this what you wanted? And it's like a foul a minute is a little excessive. Like, I don't think anybody wants a foul a minute in any sport. Like, if they were calling a false start in football every minute, no one would watch football. So it's just kind of like, I wonder if it's, I'm a cynical person. So I wonder if it's like, oh, you guys don't want physicality? Here, we'll show you what not physicality looks like. I don't know if that's the case, but it kind of felt that way where it was just everything getting called.
Right, but I think then you're operating in not good faith, which is then just like petty, and that shouldn't be officiating, nor should it be like league standard, right? To then be petty about it. You're like, oh, this is what you wanted. Absolutely not. And they know that, right? And that's like, if that is where they're coming from, it's really frustrating because that that's not what we were talking about, and not what coaches were talking about, and not what players have been talking about. It's just, come on, people.
I mean, that's the thing is, again, NBA, WNBA crossover in this issue through one game. Like Jude brings up, the average for all games played so far is 40 plus fouls. Like, that is an NBA game, and people hate, like, they hate the flopping. Like, every game, people are like complaining about the flopping. And if you're
Right.
going to call it this close, people are going to figure out flopping. Like, that's what's going to happen, is players are going to figure out, like, oh, okay, it's easier for me to like draw a call than it is to score a basket. And then you're going to go down the same way, where like the next generation of hoopers are going to just be learning how to like swipe through arms and like draw
Exactly.
contact. And then once it gets to that point, it's almost like impossible to fix, because then you have all of these players programmed into like playing that way, which I don't know. I tweeted out a couple times of just like, what happened to the game I love?
Right. It's like, and I hope like adjustments can be made throughout the season, and I hope they do, because like, you know, with the NBA crossover, like everybody is waiting for the playoffs for them to allow physicality. And for the longest time, like, there is this thing in the NBA where like as a defender you can't have hands. Like, how many times, like, you know, for like James Harden and Embiid, people are just like, okay, here are my hands, I'm not. And we don't want that in the WNBA, because then it's just becomes about theatrics that's going to benefit generally taller players, or players that don't look as strong, because they are never going to get the fouls. Like, Ola would never get a foul call because
oh yeah, no,
she's so strong, right? Everything would be a charge. Everything would be like whatever.
Emma would get some fouls. She needs like an ice cream and carbohydrate diet. Like, she needs to put on some weights. Like, she was really skinny. She'd get calls, but completely agree with you. Like, Ola would never get a call.
Ola would never get a call. Probably Courtney wouldn't get a call either. Like, it would ruin the game. And I think this pendulum, just like as someone said in the comments, just like swung back to a point where like, this isn't it. This isn't what we were wanting.
And I do agree with like Jude. Players and refs will adjust. Like, they will. Like, in the NBA, in the WNBA, there's always these points of emphasis is probably the word. Like, there's always these points of emphasis of just like, these are the things we want you to call and we want you to watch. And it does feel like they are calling like marginal contact stuff more. And hopefully it does swing back more to the middle, because like the WNBA legitimately has a problem with physicality. Like, like it wasn't basketball at times last year. Like, when you're almost getting in fist fights, like, no one wants to see that. But also, like, there should be a good middle ground, right?
I mean, there has to be, and we know that there can be, right? So this, I don't know. This is just not a great start, and I haven't had a chance to watch any of the other games. But if this is like league wide, then like, no, we like, people like defense, regardless of what Fee said. People like watching defense.
Yeah.
Defense is just as exciting as offense. You don't want to lean into just like offensive players having all the power that they can do whatever the court. And as a defender, you're just like, okay, I'm going to like stand here and act like, you know, I'm set with both of my feet, because that's not exciting. So I don't want that to happen either, because you know that was a thing in the NBA as well. I mean,
yeah. And Abby, I feel your pain of feeling like an old head when you talk how basketball should be played. Like, I feel that all the time. Like, abolish replays, get them out of here, let people play. Like, there just has to be a way to figure this out. Somebody asked earlier, like, who's going to be the Shea of the WNBA? It's going to be one of these young players. Like, honestly, like, it's players. I remember talking to like Mike Conley about it once, of just like, it is a skill to learn how to draw fouls, and younger players are going to try and do things that are efficient and effective. And if you are rewarding contact by bringing people to the free throw line where they have a better chance of making a shot than than around the rim, younger players are going to figure out how to exploit that, which has turned into, I mean, most of the younger guards in the NBA flop. It's just kind of the reality. So, I mean, if you're looking at like WNBA players that would start doing that, like it's probably not going to be your like Chelsea Grays or your Kelsey Plums or like the old heads. It's going to be the Paige Beckers, Olivia Miles, Caitlin Clarks, like the younger players that just figure out like, oh, this is how it's getting called. I can score easier this way. This helps my team the best. Like, I don't think even like with Shea, I don't think it's just this like inherently like, you know, he's trying to do this to be a troll. It's just like, this is the easiest way I can help my team win. And if they're going to send me to the free throw line.
Yeah. And
so
like Shea is legitimately hard to guard. I think a better example would be my other nemesis, Joel Embiid, who is like the tallest human in the history of the world.
I mean, it would literally be like Brittany Griner starting.
It would be like Brittany Griner and like, Lauren Betts. Like Lauren Betts would start. If Lauren Betts would start flopping, that's probably kind of the Joel Embiid equivalent of the WNBA. It would be like, and those players would be the ones who would. I don't know. I don't want that.
I don't want it either. Like I really hope they figure it out. Christy says, how many challenges should they have? Abby brings up infinite until you get one wrong. And then she also says, or none. Big fan of the or none. Like I liked basketball so much more when it was just whatever the ref says, that's how you live your life. Like hopefully it evens out over the grand scheme of things, or like you can only challenge in the last 2 minutes of a half or something like that, where it's like you don't have players doing the circle thing after every play. Like it drives me nuts.
Or like have Hawkeye just track everything, and then the replay center could be able to catch things like that and communicate with the refs on the floor. Why do we have Hawkeye? I hope the W has like, Hawkeye.
Just put a ref like at mid-court and just have him like blow the whistle from mid-court up in the stands, and just like no refs on the floor. Let's just have one dude mid-court that's just making all the calls. There's no confusion. It's just him, and everything's his fault if it sucks. Christy says yes, Hawkeye. Kinga, I mean, Lynx are going on the road now for a few games. We're not going to see them for a while. But I guess just how was the atmosphere at Target Center tonight? Because it was a pretty packed house, and I can't wait for the European players to get back in town to ask them like, so how's that compare? Because all of them have mentioned like they're used to playing in front of like hundreds of players or people, not what was the final attendance hasn't been counted on my sheet yet, but I mean that had to have been 7,000, 8,000, 9,000. Like it was packed.
It was awesome. And I didn't check this game, but I think looking at, because I'm going to go to some games with my husband, like upper decks are open even for I think these games, because last year I think it was just for Indiana, New York, and maybe something else. But some of the upper deck is open, and I think like they need to keep doing that to get even more people into Target Center. But the atmosphere was absolutely incredible. I think people were just so ready for the Lynx to be back, and I think everybody was just very engaged and very happy to be there.
Yeah, Abby mentions there was people in the bottom of the upper deck. My understanding is that is going to be open all season, and then for like primetime games, which honestly, if the Wild weren't playing tonight, I bet they open up more of the upper deck. I mean, I'll just be honest. I really hope they open up the entire thing, because like the pricing stuff last year was a little out of hand. Like you shouldn't have to pay $70 to go for one ticket to a basketball game. And if you open up more seats, there's more chances to get cheaper seats, which I am all for. So
when I was looking like lower deck single game tickets, they were like $100. So upper deck was like 50 something, which like, sure, fine. But $100 tickets in the lower level, it was a little bit steep.
It's again, like, it's just open the upper deck, have some college nights, like people will come. I mean, if there's one thing Minnesota has shown across across NBA, Gophers women, like if you put a good product out there, people will show up, and they will show up in droves.
They will. And like, Olivia Miles is going to attract people. She is just so great. And I also want to climb up on the attendance list, because last year we weren't that high up. And I think it's because the upper deck wasn't open besides like big games. So I want us to have record attendances. Record attendance at the games, and for us to like climb on the list, because like there are like we are fans, like Minnesota Lynx have fans, and for that not to be represented in the stats, I don't like that.
I mean, and like I get, like in a way I get some of the arguments of like, if you open the upper deck, you have to staff all the concessions, you have to like put security up there, you got to do all this extra stuff, and that's like cost and money and all of it, and blah 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 blah. But like Lynx fans will show up. Like you guys are literally insane. I say it all the time, but like Lynx fans are literally insane. I guarantee if you get some $15 tickets up there, you're gonna have a couple extra thousand people showing up, because
100%.
People love it. Any last parting thoughts before we get out of here, Kinga?
I'm just so excited, and another kudos to Olivia Miles and her showing tonight. And I'm very happy. I'm so excited for the season. I'm so excited to be back at Target Center in that atmosphere, and I'm just so ready and pumped for the season. I have been since like January, but now that we are here, it's everything that I wanted and more. I miss this feeling. It took me such a long time to transition to the NBA in the fall, and I was just so ready. I'm so glad to be back with all the Minnesota.
Absolutely. Like it just feels good to get back. Like it's such a different vibe covering the W. Like players genuinely want to talk to you. Like it's fun. I'm so happy to be back in the W. And despite the loss, I think a lot of hope should be had for what this season's going to be. Alrighty, Kinga. We're getting out of here, but anyone that did join into this late, you can find it over on YouTube and over on X. As soon as I hit end stream, it gets posted forever. If you want to wait until tomorrow morning, feels weird saying that, we're not up past midnight for a change. But if you want to listen to this tomorrow morning, it does come out in podcast form anywhere you get your podcast at The Missing Links. At 7 a.m. is when it usually publishes. Thank you all for tagging along, listening, going through it. A lot more celebration. There wasn't very much crash out tonight, which very nice. I will be back on Tuesday after the Mercury game. Hayden Siley, who covers the Mercury, is going to be joining me for that one, just to kind of get a temperature check on what the vibes are in Phoenix, and also what he thinks of this weird Lynx team with half of the roster being European and everyone being new. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun season.
Isn't the whole, I think my husband read an article that a lot of teams are bringing in European players because of the amount that you pay European players or foreign players to cut down on costs.
Cheryl mentioned it too, of it's for a very long time, it was not very lucrative for foreign players to come here, because it's if you're coming here on a vet minimum, that's $50,000, $70,000, and you're living in an apartment for 4 months, and then you're probably not making money in an escapade to the WNBA unless you stick and it really pays off. Now the vet minimum's $300,000, $8,000. Like if you're a European player, it makes a ton of sense to come over here now, even if you're not sure you can make it. Or like, I think the European players are going to be a pipeline in Minnesota for a long time. I mean, they're always ahead of the curve. Anyways, Kinga, we've talked too long. 45 minutes is enough. Thank you everyone for listening. We'll be back on Wednesday.